Blast from the Grassroots, connecting people and sharing ideas.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Blast from the Grassroots. This is Grace.
This is Arlene.
And this is Gowri.
So today is Anything Can Happen Friday morning. And what can happen on this Friday?
Anything can happen, but one thing that did happen or will be happening right now is someone that made us whirl.
Oh, for you, right, Arlene?
Yeah, especially for me, I guess.
So we have with us Narmi.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi,
What's
how are
up?
you?
I'm good. It's
Thank you
quite
for
early.
coming. It is early.
Yes.
Are you all right?
Not a morning person, but okay.
You drink coffee?
Yes, coffee.
Sorry, we only have 3 in 1.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like 3 in 1.
Okay. Well, moving on. So, Narmi, I mean, we here in the house, we know who you are. But then would you
Okay.
like to introduce yourself to our listeners?
They don't know you,
I'm-
only us.
Hi, I'm Narmi. Yeah, I'm a musician from KL, singer-songwriter. I've been doing this for about 3 years. But I've been in the music industry for about 11 years. So, yeah. Oops.
So,
My
11
belly.
years, what have you been doing?
I've been playing punk rock music.
And you were called Imran.
Yes, I was known as Imran from One Buck Short. And, yeah, and then after that, you know.
What made you become a solo from the band? You were the drummer and then you're a singer, you play the guitar.
Yes. Okay, what happened was my band member got married.
Married to?
He got married, so he's like, there was a better part of a year where he couldn't come out on the weekends because he had to handle his wedding. And then, so, you know, my income started... Sorry, that's my belly. Can you hear that?
No, it's okay. It's
my,
still morning. You have to have breakfast.
yeah. So my income was like, you know, going down, and I was like, what do I do? What can I do? And then I was like, okay, let's just try this solo thing out. And yeah.
So
Like
this is
that.
your full-time thing, right?
You can say it's full-time. I'd like to say that it's full-time. Yes.
And I believe it's been going really, really well because I see on YouTube, other social media platforms.
Yay.
So when you started, what was your vision
Yeah.
becoming a singer-songwriter?
Yeah,
Right.
before you answer that, because one of our DJ here, she loved AC/DC, and you say you were in a punk band,
Yeah.
so I assume that you were all screaming and shouting, sort of like music. Then
Yeah.
you changed to Narmi, and the song is pretty breezy and chill, and it's all about sweetness,
Yeah.
everything
It's-
nice.
I guess it's the...
The transition.
It's like two different sides of me. I forgot the question.
My question was, what was it like to start as a singer-songwriter?
All right. What was it like? Okay, what was my general idea? I knew that because One Buck Shot was very experimental to me. To me,
yes.
it was very experimental because it's one of my first bands that I joined, and we actually did well. So I'm like, whoa! Suddenly we're doing well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the band is famous until now.
Yeah. I mean, we're still getting shows. We just came back from Japan actually for a
Yes.
tour, and then with Narmi, I wanted to. The thing is, Narmi is Imran backwards.
Yeah.
So it sort of reflects, like, Imran is the drummer and then Narmi is the frontman, the sweet.
Oh, that's
Wow,
the
man.
meaning behind your name,
Yes.
Narmi.
So it needed to be
Oh.
backwards. But actually, I just wanted a Twitter name and Imran was taken. So,
That's a better explanation, actually.
yeah. And then with Narmi, I wanted to brand Narmi properly. Like a whole thing. Like, you know, with Instagram, with Facebook, with YouTube. It's all about who I am, the other side of me, not the rock side of me.
So you feel like underneath all that punk and all, you're just this really sweet, sensitive guy.
Yes, I actually started like that, and then I wanted to play songs like, you know, Boys to Men. I wanted to play drums for boys, you know, that kind of slow stuff. And then these guys came along and they're like, "Hey, why don't you play punk rock drums?" And I'm
Right.
like, "What is punk rock, man?" Yeah, seriously, because I was listening to like Boyzone, because I have 2 sisters, so you know, I'm very
girl
influenced.
Boyzone.
Yeah. And what was I doing? Yeah lah. And then they gave me music. They gave me a lot of punk rock stuff. And then I was like, wow, this is cool because this is a different side where it's not chilled. I like to be chilled most of the time, but sometimes you gotta like, whoa, you gotta just go, you know?
Yeah.
So they
And
contaminated you with ajaran.
they didn't
sesat.
contaminate me. They fed me with the world, because at that time it was like 10 years ago. Okay, so there was hardly any other punk rock bands around. And they brought stuff in from US, you know. They actually bought the CDs like MXPX, Melancholy. They brought in the Ataris, and then I'm like, wow, what is this? You know, because all I've been exposed to was like radio stuff.
Yeah, true.
And so yeah.
So you're going back to your roots actually, to all this like soft, breezy,
Yes.
and just lovely music.
So how was the reaction like from your friends or your peers or family members when you actually had a transition from the punk rock to this very mellowish, balladish, popish?
They were a bit shocked, but my family was not that supportive of One Buckshot anyway, because you know.
Yeah, one box shot.
Was
No, no.
it to them, was it too violent?
No, it wasn't violent. It was just because, you know, I was still in college and they're like, you should concentrate on your studies and things like that. I'm
right.
like, no.
But until now you are doing it.
Yeah, until now I'm doing it. And they didn't see like where it could go. Like they wanted me to do business and things like
see.
that. And I was like, no, I don't need a degree. Well,
And what kind of sound did you want your album to have?
okay, what happened was, I think the moment I decided was when, well, it's quite heartbreaking. My first love dumped me over the internet, over email.
Aww.
And that time, internet was still kind of new to me.
Yes.
And then what happened was John Mayer started coming out. So when John Mayer started coming out, there was his, his singles started coming out, and then I heard his stuff, and I was like, whoa, this is awesome. And then I bought his CD, and then I was like, this is what I need to do, man. And you know, that was like 5 years before I even started doing the Narmi stuff. But I was already like learning his songs, and I was like,
See.
if I do something like this, it's gonna be like this. It has to be
Right.
similar to this, you know. And then Jason Mraz came out, blah 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 blah.
So
I was like,
you're
okay.
now where you are. So did she came back?
Yeah, she came back, and
so
then
like you be all Taylor Swift to her, is it?
no. I did write a very mean song, which I forgot already. It's okay, but she came back, and then I introduced her to her current boyfriend now, so it's fine.
Oh, all right. That's very on the sweet side of you after all that. Yeah. But how about playing guitar? Did you play the guitar even before you joined the punk band?
Actually, yes. I learned guitar myself in high school. I just I asked my mom to buy me a guitar, and then I will go online and I'll look at the tabs, and then because rhythm came very easily to me for some reason.
Because you play the drums.
Yes.
Yes. You
And
have
then-
the grooves already.
Yes. And I think it was in college. I was actually going to go for guitar lessons because we had the Center for Performing Arts in Help Institute, where Louis Pragasam was the head.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I wanted to actually go in for guitar lessons. And then Louis came out and he's like, hey, I heard you're a drummer and you want to learn guitar. I'm like, yeah. Like, why don't you come inside and watch me practice? And then I went inside to a room just like this. And then he was like, I was like, whoa, what's going on? I didn't know you can do that stuff. So what happened was I stopped the guitar. I didn't even take any lessons. I went straight to drum lessons.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm a drummer first. So I had drum lessons before in high school, but it was very basic. But yeah.
How was it like, playing in a punk band, which is pretty contradicting, like in terms of genre
Yeah.
to what you're doing now? The transition, because you are still in that band and you are still acting as a solo.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you balance that?
So did you change personality? Like one
Yeah,
is
because
more
it's two
macho,
different
another one
sides
is
of
like,
Imran,
hey,
know?
I'm like
Yeah.
One Direction-y.
No, it's
so
still-
Direction-y. She goes again.
I'm still me, I guess. It's just a different side. Like with One Buck Short, I'll be playing with sleeveless shirts. Sometimes I won't have a shirt, and
Arlene is blushing already.
and it's very energetic. So, what was the question again?
Do you assume a different personality with two different?
Oh, it's the same. It's still me. It's
Okay.
just I portray something different because after I finish playing drums, I'm still the quiet,
Right.
keep to myself unless, yeah.
So far, okay. being as an army,
Mm-hmm.
you've had a few performances here and there.
Yep.
What was the most memorable performance that you remember so far? Or do you have any particular fans that chase after you or even stalk on you?
I do have those, but some shows. I remember the Z Avi tour. That was before before I even recorded stuff, and it was awesome because we played in KL live, and we played in Kuching. And the thing is, Z was actually, I was in the same band with Z last
I
time,
see.
and she was from Help as well, and I was playing drums for her, and she already had that passion, that drive, but she was also actually more into like the Strokes kind of music. And then she disappeared for a while, and then she came back. So we're still friends. And then she's like, "Okay, what? Yeah, you open for me in KL and in Kuching." So I was like, "Yeah." And those were memorable because I think the fans, because I'm sharing her fans, yeah. So her fans are already so into her, and they already know that she's Malaysian, but she's
see.
doing this different thing. So I guess when I opened for her, they had that. It was just beautiful vibes, and it was one of the first shows that my parents actually came for. To see me perform with my full band.
So what did they tell you after seeing your performance?
They were very proud.
Oh.
So I was very happy because
Actually, your music is really good, because the first time I heard it on radio, when I completely have no idea who is from Narmi, 2-3 years back, I thought it was like a foreign band because
Yay.
or a foreign singer, because I don't think at that time there were that many local singer that break through that mainstream genre or mainstream radio.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, but to you, right? When you recorded all your music, what was your favorite music? And
Or do you have any inspirational stories that you would like to share? Or how do you get?
Well-
How do you actually write songs generally?
Okay. How do I say this? Okay, like let's take for example, "Make Me Whirl." So at the time, I had a girlfriend. We were very serious, and I wanted to write a song to portray that, and that's what I did. Because there was one day, if you listen to the lyrics, I've been staring at my screen, thinking of you and all our dreams. So I was actually just on the laptop. I was just looking through our pictures. Then I was just staring lah, and then I'm like smiling. Oh, I remember that. Oh. So that's how that started. And yeah, that's one process. And the thing is, for "Make Me Whirl," I actually stole Jason Mraz's chords. So I just took his chords and I was like, let's change it up. And then
Let's change the melody.
yeah, let's change the melody. Okay. Then that's what I did. That's one. What else?
and there's one Malay song, Cair.
Yes, Cair.
Not care.
Not care.
Yeah, would you explain to that?
Okay, Cair is very. I love Cair. Cair is I made it sound like it's supposed to be about a girl, but it actually is not. It's about something else, and I don't know if I can say it on air, but yeah.
Okay, let's just keep it mysterious and then
Yes.
let you release the album and then everything. Then we'll probably invite you again to talk about more.
I still won't say it on the air though.
Oh.
I'll tell you later, but
Let's talk about it when we go to Mama later.
Okay, yes, let's
Well,
do
that
that.
could work. You've been in music industry for 11 years that you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
How was it like? How was the scene changed 11 years back and until now?
Well, it's still growing. Back when I started, there were very, very few shows, especially for rock acts. So you only have the underground shows. And then what happened was, I think 2003 and then 2004, like that, like Hits FM came out.
Yeah.
And Hits FM came out, and they came out with Hits TV. And then, everything started changing. Like, people started knowing local, urban Malaysian stuff. It's like, because people know the local stuff, as in, the city Nurhalizas and
Yes.
everything. That's very general. But this was like from KL. This was I don't know how to say it, like the cooler kids.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to put it that way. But Hits.tv helped a lot on that.
To promote.
Yes.
Yes.
And then Hits FM helped as well. And then all the radio stations started coming in like, whoa, there are local acts and they sing in English. Oh, let's pick them up. And then it started growing and growing. And then from that, you get people who were in the underground scene. They started, they started changing because the underground scene was becoming really, really underground. It was getting smaller and smaller because everyone's going mainstream, and it's kind of sad because there's no underground scene anymore. I mean, there is, but it's all metal.
Yes, most of them are metal.
Most of them
to
are
be
metal
honest.
right now,
Yes.
and
But why?
Yeah.
Why people choose to go mainstream? Is it because of sustainability?
yeah, I mean, people want to make money doing the things that they love. And unless you really, really love your music so much that you just want to play free shows all the time, there's no real progression from that. Yeah, because you're just doing the same thing again and again, and there's no progress. So I think people started people were getting educated, so they're like, let's do more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's what happened.
I see you sometimes in the open mic session that you do play your music there. So definitely you've seen some changes, right, in the music industry.
Definitely.
Especially all those youngsters coming up with their
Yes.
own instrument and sing their own songs. So what's your view in this? I mean, from 11 years ago and until now.
Well, 11 years ago, I didn't go for open mics, because I was a drummer. And
Like,
then
hey, go back to your place.
exactly,
Back there.
yeah. And then I think when I wanted to do this, actually, I can just tell you, like in the past 4 years, I started going for these open mics in Lila's Lounge.
Oh, yes, I
Lila's.
remember that place.
It's in
Yes.
Klanajaya near a
Yes.
lake. So randomly, I just went there one day alone. Just went alone, and then I was just seeing people. Just watching people perform, and I was like, yeah, I can do this. And the thing is, the scene was so small. There were only
Yes.
like 2-3 singers, and then I started playing, and then people started calling me for other open mics. Then I started playing those, and then suddenly Reza Saleh comes with
Yes.
Moonshine.
Yes.
And then Moonshine just explodes. And Moonshine has been around for a while. And then he starts doing his open mics at the B thing, which is, I think, awesome. Because now it's like, it's always full. It's always full. You
I
have
think it's
at least...
a great platform, for
Yes,
youngsters to
definitely.
come in for free, and that they can
Yes.
just play music for free. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a great platform.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so you've seen some changes and some development in the music scene. But then when it comes to your music again,
Yeah.
how do you see your music as? How do you categorize your music as?
I don't
Pop
know.
or ballad?
I don't know. I think it's borderline pop. Because pop would be very...
Pop is generally stated for popular music anyways.
Yeah.
Yes.
But, today's pop is like Taylor Swift. And it's like Anaconda, and I don't know what the hell is going on over there. And it's not that pop. I guess it's more... Whatever genre Jason Mraz is in, I guess that's where I
So
am.
you have a few elements from there and a few elements
Yes.
from here as well.
You can call it the Jason Mraz genre.
Oh, yeah.
JM.
Well, they call it the singer-songwriter stuff.
Yeah, or that. Yeah.
Yeah, which actually includes Elton John as well. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But do you think Malaysian music industry are welcoming towards music like yours or music like similar sort of like popish but not the Anaconda type?
Yeah, I mean, to me, this genre, like the singer-songwriter genre, will always be there. It will never die out. There will always be a niche for it. And, things sort of have phases. Like, there was a metal phase for a while, and
Yeah.
now it's coming out. There was a punk rock phase for a while, and it will come back. But the thing is, with this genre, I feel that it's always there. Because there's always your Colby Kylie, there's always your Ed Sheeran's gonna, come out. And they'll do, like, some poppy stuff, but if you listen to the album, it's more like, So they'll do 1 or 2 poppy songs like Anaconda, I guess, I don't know. And then, yeah.
Would you like to, credit your... Do you have bandmates? Like, credit bandmates?
I do have bandmates.
Yes. So,
Credit them. Why?
because they've been
Well-
helping you as well. I mean, not from your old punk
Yeah,
band. Yeah,
definitely.
But then your music.
Yeah, I mean, there's Ryan Lee Bhaskaran who plays drums for everyone, almost. He actually plays drums for $1 short when I can't play.
Oh, so
So
he's
it-
replacing you.
Yes. And then I took him and used him for my,
Use him.
Yeah.
That sounds bad.
And then there's Efri, who I met. It's really weird. I met him. How did I meet him? He was playing percussion at Anugerah Juara Lagu. And then I was like, hey, you play bass. Oh, you play bass for Deandra. Oh, okay.
Can I use
you want to play bass? Yeah. And then he's like, yeah, let's play bass. Oh, you play bass for Yuna? Yeah, come.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. And then there's Jeremy, who actually helped me with this album. He actually produced this album. And yeah, he helped me there. And he's always the one that, he'll do the harmonies and things like that. So, yeah, go Jeremy, or Remy J as he's known. But the thing is, like, with Narmi, it's a bit different because I actually control the band. So there are certain shows where I don't use the band at all. There are certain shows I just use either one of the three, either a bassist, guitarist, or a percussionist. I just need one guy to back me up. So I don't know. I feel like I'm more in control in that sense.
Oh, that's actually awesome, because after all, it's your music. You write your own songs and you create your own music. So with Narmi songs, Narmi tunes, I will call it, or Narmi adventures, where do you see yourself with your music in the future? Let's say 3 or 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
See,
I'm not
played
gonna
in
ask
all
you how old
weddings.
you are.
Yeah, weddings. I hope that the song will make it big onto like a movie or something. There's this if you guys heard of Priscilla Ann, have you heard of Priscilla Ann? She's this half American, half Korean girl. Yeah.
Yes, hi.
And her song was on the Bridesmaid, the Bridesgroom, the Bride Wars, the one with Anne Hathaway.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
Bright
yes,
Wars.
yeah, Bright Wars.
Yeah. So her music came out. It's called Dream, and I'm hoping to get one of my songs to be featured on a movie like that, because her song came out like at a pretty epic time during the movie.
But how do they actually, like big budget movies, how do they even like select the song? They just simply select it, or do
That
they
one-
like go to you?
I
Hey,
don't know.
can we like
I think
to read your
I think they
song?
have to have heard you play somewhere, and then they're like, oh, this music would be perfect for this scene, kind of thing, So anyway, I mean, later I will be recording a new Malay single, so I think I'm gonna go in that direction.
Oh,
If you're talking
beautiful.
about like the future,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So I'm gonna be recording a new Malay single, and then we'll see where it goes from there, lah.
Because I asked you that question because there are so many musicians out there
Yep.
nowadays, not only in Malaysia but around the world,
Yeah.
and then they have their own different direction, and they have different approaches to their own music. So that's why I wanted to ask where Narmi goes in the future.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can hear his songs from the movies, not only local movies but also international movies. That would be great.
Blockbusters.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, I know that music." We have invited him to the studio before. So, Arlene, as you're an Narmi's big fan girl,
Any message?
any message that you would like to, or
Actually,
your wish?
I'm really fascinated by your music, and I feel that you bring something that, a genre of music that I really love. I really like this kind of breezy, like guitar playing music, unlike AC/DC that Gowri likes.
That's different level already.
I'm the more peaceful one. I guess my next question would be like, when are you going to do the next album or the next concert? Like a session with Narmi sort of concert?
Session with Narmi, like a headlining concert kind of thing,
Yeah.
like a showcase.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I guess
Or what's your plan next year?
the plan is basically like once the single is out, once the single is ready, then I work from there. So it depends on my agency as well, what they want to do with it. But I am planning like a couple of things. I mean, I want to bring back my live stream. Yeah, because I haven't live streamed in like 3 months. So I'm going to bring back my live stream. I think the next one should feature my friend who's a dancer. So I'll play music and she'll dance at the back.
Wow.
Something like that. She's quite famous. If you might have heard of her, January Lau. Yeah, she's very classic Indian dancer. I don't know.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So we'll be seeing you guys on YouTube then.
On live stream.
Yeah, on live
Yes.
stream.
And then I think other shows. I'm planning to do a proper show. I wanted to do a John Mayer night, where I invite a couple of singer-songwriters, and then we
Yeah.
just come together and we actually just play John Mayer songs.
Uh-huh.
And I was thinking of No Black Tie.
Lopatai has
I'll
a
be
nice
there.
acoustic.
Yeah, right?
Big John Mayer fan.
Exactly.
Yeah, me too.
Exactly. I think there are a lot of John Mayer fans, and there's just
Definitely.
and that guy's never gonna come to Malaysia, so might as well we do a John Mayer night.
That's a great
That's a
idea.
good selling point.
I think to most of musicians or even younger generations in Malaysia, Narmi is one of the musicians here that actually created platform for singer-songwriters to actually bring up their own music to the scene. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, it's actually really a great step that you made towards the music scene in Malaysia. And then again, in what you said, all those music scenes are actually, you know, just cycling,
Yeah,
just
that's
like
true.
a fashion trend.
Yeah.
So it will come, it will go, but then I can't help to agree with him that the singer-songwriter scenes, the indie band scene, will be there like for as long as they want to be.
But
Yeah.
do you have like more opportunities to target areas that you haven't targeted before? Because Malaysia is actually quite huge. You have Sabah,
Yeah.
Sarawak, Samoa, like,
Yeah, a lot
and
of regions and
I
states.
personally feel like a lot of the scene is
Mhm.
centering around the city area,
Yeah.
Penang, and also KL. But do you actually plan to do like penetrating the rural areas,
Actually, yes.
different states?
Definitely. Actually, this year we actually had a plan, like Deandra, Reza Saleh, and myself. We were supposed to go around Malaysia, but of course, you know, sponsor problems and things like that. So that didn't happen. But I think after the single is done, because to go to all these other places, you need people need to want you to come as well. That'll make it easier for us. So once the single is out, I think it's easier to travel to each place. And and actually I've got some offers to play outside of KL. And the thing is, like, even in the rock scene, like, the scene outside of KL is a lot better than the scene in KL. Because, you know, we're from KL, we always play in KL, so people don't actually come for your shows all the time. But like, we played this show in Terengganu once, and it was just crazy.
They are
It
waiting,
was
you know, they are
beautiful.
waiting for you.
I
Exactly.
think they're very thirsty for all those
Yeah, I mean, like,
musicians to
there's
come
a
there.
huge lack of
Yeah.
good Malay songs somewhere. Like, I felt that, like, a lot of indie bands, when they record Malay songs, it becomes so popular, catchy, because
Yeah.
there's very little of it.
Yep.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we have to end this session. Gowri, do you have any question?
No, I don't.
So fast.
Just make the John Mayer night happen, man.
Yes.
Yeah, we look forward to
Yes.
go to your
Valentine's
performance.
Day,
Oh,
maybe.
Oh, Valentine's Day.
Isn't that pretty soon? But yeah, we'll we'll wait for that then. Well, thank you for coming and thank
Thank
you for
you.
sharing your
Thank
thoughts.
you.
Thank you.